Hello from the Crystal Coast. This is Pastor Kevin, and it's Tuesday, May the 18th. Today, I wanted to share with you a short passage from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. Jeremiah was a prophet that God raised up to minister to his people in the final days before they would actually be exiled from the land and taken to Babylon because of their disobedience to God, because of the way they broke the covenant that they had made with God. And so you see a strong theme of judgment in the book of Jeremiah, followed by an equally strong theme of hope. And that's what Jeremiah is focused on in chapter 23, verse 7 and 8. He says, "Therefore, behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when they shall no longer say," in other words, this is what the people of God had been saying, "As the Lord lives, who brought up the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt." There's coming a day when that won't be the headline. But, and here's what it'll be: "As the Lord lives, who brought up and led the offspring of the house of Israel out of the north country, and out of all the countries where he had driven them. Then they shall dwell in their own land." And so what's going on here is, as the people were looking at this impending judgment, even during that time, while they are exiled, the real message that they would hang their hopes on was something that had happened to the people of God in the past, long time ago. They would remember God's activity in their midst, on their behalf, for their benefit, when he delivered them out of Egypt. And so that's what they were focused on. Jeremiah says there's going to come a day when that's not going to be the main topic of interest or discussion or motivation, but it will be something new that God will do when he delivers them from their captivity in Babylon. And so just a couple of thoughts about the passage. The first one is, be careful about misremembering the past. Be careful about that. If you're like me, you often misremember things. We have a tendency to think the past was either worse, way worse than it really was, or to go to the other extreme and to begin to think that the past was way better than it really was. Be careful about misremembering the past. Here's a second observation from this passage. Living in the past can really be dangerous. Focus on the past can be detrimental to you individually and to us corporately. And that's something that we instinctively, we know that. In a lot of other areas, we just fail to apply it to our own lives, as well as to the organizations that we are a part of, like the church. For instance, if when you are driving down the road, you are constantly looking in your rearview mirror, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? If you are walking and instead of looking in the direction that you're walking, you're constantly looking to see what was behind you, what is past, what you've already gone by, you're liable to end up planting your face in the ground. You can get to the place where you get stuck, where everything today has to be the same way that it was when something significant happened in your life. For instance, for a lot of people, they think that church can only be done today like it was when God first began to work in their lives. And you say, well, what's wrong with that? Oh, well, okay. I remember a day when I was a kid. we had a TV. It wasn't a color TV. It was a black and white TV, and it had rabbit ears. And we didn't have a remote. In fact, honestly, I think one of the reasons my parents kept me around for a while at least was that I could sit up there by the TV and I could change the channel for him when he didn't want to watch a commercial or when he wanted to watch to see what else was on. That's how it was in the past. Well, I don't want to live in that past. Do you? Don't take my remote from me. Living in the past, it can be detrimental. Here's number 3. Thank God for his faithfulness to you in the past. You're here today, you're still trekking today, you're still drawing breath today, then you have reason to thank God for his faithfulness. 4, learn from what God's brought you through in the past. For heaven's sake, don't ignore the lessons of the past. You're just going to have to learn them again. Don't forget them. Learn them. Benefit from them. And then here's number 5. Focus on what God is doing in your life right now. That's what God was telling the people of Jeremiah's day. There's a time when all you could think about was what God had done in your past. But I'm going to do something in your life right now that is significant. Focus on what God's doing in your life right now. And then look forward to what God will do in your life in the future. So here's the question of the day for us. When it comes to our approach to dealing with our past, what's our biggest struggle? What is your biggest struggle when you think about how you're going to even think about or deal with your past? Let me pray for you today. Father, we pause right now to express our gratitude for your faithfulness to us, for all the things that you have brought us through. We know that were it not for you, we wouldn't have survived. We wouldn't have been able to maintain. And so we give you thanks for that. We want to learn from the experiences that you've brought us through. Help us to not forget those lessons that you have taught us, but to benefit from them, to leverage them, to make the most of them. And then to focus on what you are up to in our lives right now, because we know you're always at work, and we're grateful for that. Thank you for the new thing that you're going to do in our midst that's going to be so huge that anything that's happened in our past will just pale in comparison. We look forward to that with great anticipation in these days. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, if you've been following the news, you know that the CDC has come out with new recommendations regarding COVID and the spread of COVID. Governor Cooper has dropped most all of the restrictions that have been in place here in the state of North Carolina. And so as a result of all of that, we are no longer asking folks to wear masks in our facilities. Anytime you come into our facilities, that doesn't mean that you can't wear a mask if you prefer to wear one. We'll still be providing alternate seating in room 112 for those who would feel more comfortable in a setting where masks are being worn for our Sunday morning worship gathering. So just wanted to make sure everybody is on the same page concerning that. And then wanted to say, haven't you enjoyed the greeting stations that are set up outside the Family Life Center on Sunday mornings as you come in for Bible study at 9 and then Sunday morning worship at 10:30? I know I have really enjoyed that. It's a great place to meet folks and greet folks and make sure everybody feels welcomed as they come to be a part of our gatherings on Sunday morning. Could I ask you, how about express your appreciation to Donna Bradshaw and her team who've been making sure that this is all set up for us on Sunday mornings? I know they would appreciate that. Don't forget, finally, the recognition for Brad Smith's nearly 24 years of faithful service to our church family. This coming Sunday during our worship gathering, we are going to have some special features as part of the service for that. And then we want to present a very generous love offering to Brad and his family. And so I want to encourage you, you can still be a part of that. Also, don't forget to write a note of thanks or appreciation to Brad on that tablecloth. It'll be set up out in the lobby. It'll be under a banner. And so please go by and make sure you express your appreciation to him that way. And in the meantime, thank you so much for the steps that you are taking right now to make us a church that is united in the passionate pursuit of the next generation.